Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors are Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me today, and these are updates from Spain. I've been covering a lot of different stories coming from Spain, being as there's massive operations ongoing to bring back a lot of Irish criminals to stand trial in the UK and Ireland. Recently covering the arrest of Jerry Hutch in Spain as well. And years ago, Spain was a safe haven for criminals. They could go over there and spend large amounts of money with little questions. And also, due to multi-agency communication, they were able to avoid capture for many years. But now, due to the increases in technology and other countries' law enforcements working together, the National Crime Agency has seen a lot of arrests and extraditions for criminals in the country. The latest arrest and soon to be extradited is Gary Vickery, 38 years old, originally from Dublin. He was arrested in Lanzarote and previously admitted having a leading role in a conspiracy to import Class A and B drugs and also money laundering. In July 2021, he failed to attend court where he was due to be remanded alongside two other defendants, one of them being Thomas Kavanagh. He subsequently failed to surrender to the court, and again a further hearing was heard in September of 2021. He was arrested on the 20th of October at a bar in the town of Yaiza, south of Lanzarote, by officers from the Guardia Civil as part of a joint operation with the NCA in the UK. The NCA then go on to say that they believe he was involved in the £23 million, that is UK street value, drug importation gang and the movement of money as well, with Thomas Kavanagh from Tamworth and Daniel Canning, 42, originally from Dublin. Kavanagh and Canning are both in custody awaiting sentencing after pleading guilty to conspiracy to supply Class A and B drugs and money laundering. Canning also pleaded guilty to possessing a firearm and ammunition. The Deputy Director Matt Horn from the NCA said Vickery was given ample opportunity to return to the UK following his guilty plea, but has failed to do so and not come back on every occasion that he was told. To understand a little bit more about the case that they're involved in, you'd have to go to tabloid coverage earlier on. The Sunday World reported that it was a drug and money laundering operation and the delayed sentence of the mob boss that they described him as, Thomas the Bomber Kavanagh. Nicola Talent reported that he will not accept any sentencing on drug and money laundering until he knows about developments in other cases against him. Kavanagh appeared in Ipswich Crown Court in a tracksuit top and glasses as his counsel Joanne Cecil. She had instructions from him in relation to the drawn out sentencing. They said in court she failed to expand on Kavanagh's straightforward position and said it appears he fears other investigations are ongoing into organised crime and he wants details of what they are. Along with Daniel Canning and Gary Vickery, he pleaded guilty over 50 months ago, but lawyers are in dispute with the Crown over the amount of drugs that they say they have trafficked to the UK. In the earlier hearing, the court said they believe they imported 292 kilos of cocaine and 600 to 800 kilos of cannabis through a route in Dover that was busted in 2017 by the National Crime Agency and the Garda's Drug and Organised Crime Bureau. This was a ton of Class A and B drugs, and it could give them a 2-decade prison term if the trio don't negotiate for a lesser sentence. They then accuse him of being associated to the Kinahan family and being an old friend of Daniel's father, who has faced many allegations in Irish media but has yet to face any trial or charges for any of them accusations. Two of the defendants had remained free despite pleading guilty over a year ago, as COVID and other complications has made the case harder with UK authorities. However, Vickery, who remains in Lanzarote at the time of this publication, couldn't board a flight or couldn't book a COVID test and was warned that he had extra time being polled onto his sentence if he didn't return to the UK. He was subject to a European arrest warrant and failed to show up to court a number of times, and on the 27th of September, the court said he would get an extra 2 years on top of his base sentence for not turning up again. So that is a bit more clarification on the history in relation to that case that he's facing. And Spain has been the backdrop of many gang murders over the years, especially involving Irish gangsters and also people alleged of involvement in turf wars. Going as far back as 2014, the Daily Mirror reported about gangsters in the Costa del Sol and linked them to 4 murders in 1 year. One of them was the brother of Thomas Kavanagh, Gerard Hatchet Kavanagh, who was shot dead in Marbella, and the Sunday People newspaper did an investigation into it. They said that the British gangsters are locked in a turf war as ruthless crime bosses battle for control of the lucrative drug market in the Costa del Sol. The Sunday People newspaper at the time said the shocking extent of violence has sparked a series of shootings of rival mobsters, and 4 people have been murdered and dozens have been injured in 1 year alone. They go on to say that Russian and Dutch mobsters have been embroiled in violent clashes with Brits in the desperate fight to control the supply of drugs that is worth $5 billion a year in Spain. They even say House Angels bike riders were feared to have been trying to muscle in on the drug trade as well in resorts and towns across the country. The turf wars have become so bloody that Spanish police have called on their British counterparts to help them to solve cases and to arrest gang members. They say the gang war is centred on the holiday hotspot of Marbella and has been dubbed the Costa del Crime Bolt Hole because so many British crooks operate there. This is filled with multi-million-pound yachts, sprawling villas and flash Ferraris in the upmarket town, and the demand by the super rich is rocketing. In 2014, the murder of Gerard Kavanagh, who was described as an underworld enforcer, and he was killed by 2 assassins as he was drinking in a busy bar in a Swiss resort near Marbella. He was shot 9 a feud relating to Irish gangs in connection to drug trafficking. The Sunday People also said at the time that they believe friends of Kavanagh were searching for the wife of the man who ordered the hit to get revenge. They said the Kavanagh murder occurred 9 days after the Dutch drug lord called Samir Scarface died in a hail of bullets in Marbella as well. The 36-year-old was drinking outside a bar also with friends near the home of ex-football manager Fabio Capello. So this just goes to show the brutal murders that occur in Spain and the connections that are far-reaching as well. And now the police are definitely trying to work internationally and together to be able to combat this, because over the years since this 2014 investigation, there has been dozens of murders.